Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B-Funk, Thinker Right, out here in the lab. What I do. I got something nice for you today. Let's go. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. Sometimes I go to the book, and today we're going to do a little bit of book, and a little bit of life lesson, but this is what we're studying. Okay, it's called a Chromatic Tree of Life. Okay, it's a breakdown of the concepts with my philosophical principles that I practice as right thinking. But this is where it comes from. So I'll give you a few lessons from the book. Hope you can understand it. If you're not at this certain level, it might not make sense to you. So I understand that too, but it's good information anyway. Tune in. I got you. Let's rock. Right thinking's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. In the words of Malcolm, by any means necessary. I'm taking to the book. I got my own stuff here, but it's all to give you information that you can use, practicality use that you can manifest for yourself. The philosophical points of view I'm trying to give you, I ain't trying to tell you. You can learn for yourself and manifest for yourself to learn thyself. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That covers a vast variety of aspects and concepts of life. So understand it ain't just, oh, I know me. Mm-mm. Question. And I asked a lady yesterday, quick lesson. I said, I teach it, she made me read my book. She said, oh, what's that you reading? I explained it to her and broke it down. So I said, I teach a philosophical point of view, concept of teaching my people to know thyself. I said, do you know you? I know I'm a child of God. That's all I need to know. I said, you're right. You have a blessed day. And moved on. So let's talk about these kind of people. A person who knows not. It knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Stay tuned. I appreciate you too. I got you. A person who knows not, listen to this one, and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. Don't engage. You have a blessed day. You are who you believe you are. Trust me. Don't waste your time. A person who knows, but knows not that they know. A lot of them like that. They are asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with the knowledge of self so that you can know that self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right? Thinking, know that self. And to my eye, be true. So that's the whole point about enlightening people and telling them something that they don't already know. It don't always go well. So I think it's my philosophy, first of all, let's talk about understanding the cosmic ano monotheistic mono, mono, the cosmic ano mythograph, excuse me. That's the mouthful, yeah. But it's all about detailing, describing the Anuian theology tree of life by the cosmic Anu mythograph philosophy. So let's start with, I'm doing my page first. Let's go. It's called the planes of existence. There's 4 levels of existence from different aspects. We start with the noon. That's the absolute. That's the all. That's where the noon, aka the primal water, where everything is just there, is total consciousness, but it's doing nothing. It's all possibilities. Everything comes out of the noon. The noon is the body of creation existence. Watch this. Now, the noon came what? Ra Tim. And from Ra came creation as existence as we know it now. Now, the noon is held with the noon held all potential in the universe, meaning anything is possible. But it was ruined. The noon is run by Apophis or Apep. He's Ra's actual enemy. Okay, he wants everything to be chaotic, just Just no, he's comfortable with that. That's what he wants. So the noon was in total state of chaos, doing nothing, just chilling, no actual movement, no real movement. Now a lot of possibilities, okay, but no real movement. Apophis want like that. Here you go. So when Ra called on who? Maya, my girl, she represents balance and duality. Okay, and main thing is order. Mayat to take what? Control over chaos. Now we have order. We call it gravitational pull, we call it universal, but we use it as Mayat. Now that's the absolute plane. The casual plane we know as what they call the Dua. I'll get you a lesson about that a while. But Dua is what? The netherworld. The spiritual existence, aka the netherworld, where the spirits go. The casual plane, right? The subtle plane of what? Creation, all spiritual. Okay. Jesus told you in his father's house, the body ain't going. It's a spiritual and it's a mental thing. That's why you got that heart mind coherence. You got to be conscious of that. The casual plane, watch this, of creation, aka the center of all consciousness, individuality, the oneness of all. Everything is on the one, comes from the one, exists from the one, which is originally the noon. Everything comes out of the noon. Okay, so the casual plane is not physical. Here we go. Again, your body can't go. Your spirit is on its own. But that's why the body, when it ceases to exist, the spirit will have a decision to make. If it passes the judgment day, which, newsflash, you're your judge. You judge you. Who knows you better than you? But it's all kept in your heart. So they weigh the heart. Okay, that's the concept. Now, the casual plane, where it's all what? Spiritual consciousness, no physical body. The casual plane is on here. Your spirit is where your spirit resides for what they call eternity. It goes back to where it comes, the noon, and the noon is just chill. So, okay. Now, you got the astral plane. That's the pet. They call it the pet. The astral plane is the next subtle plane, the heavenly plane, where we think we want to go, because in heaven, everything is what we want, how we want it. Life is where you was on earth. You continue to live that lifestyle. Why? Because you're conscious of who you are. So you continue to live. Again, I try to tell you, your body is the spirit. And once your spirit and your consciousness become one, that bod, which is a falcon, your head becomes the bod. And now you know yourself. So when you take off, you got consciousness and you got spirituality going as one. That's the concept. That's where we try to go. And that spirit is Haru. Now y'all let the cat out the bag, okay. But your highest spiritual level is Haru. And that's how you get to the next level. He sits on the right hand of the Father. Sound familiar? Astral projection happens at this level, aka the next subtle plane, where when you go to sleep, when you go into dream state, your astral planning, you can go anywhere in your mind, but the body stays right there in bed. I use a quick example, wet dreams. When your body is asleep and your mind is at work and whatever it's going through, it will tell the body, we about to have an orgasm, and the body will acquiesce. So the astral plane is leaving the body, going to different places. I used to do it, tripping, alpha acid, whatever. Ayahuasca does the same thing, but getting into yourself, that's what it's all about. Anything you need to know is inside. Here's where you need to go. It's inside. That's what the next plane, astral plane projection happens when we go to sleep. That next phase, they will be in the dream state. Now, what is the subtle plane creation? Where what? Your mind operates with its own, the subconscious takes over. It's a dream state. And whatever you bring into that concept, like when Luke went into the cave, whatever you bring into your dream world, that's what's going to happen. When you get better at understanding, you can pretty much control your dreams. You can lucid dream, you can astral plane, but you realize when you're in the dream that you're dreaming. That's a beautiful thing, but it takes a lot of work to get to that level. That's the next thing. Your thoughts and imagination and dreams with what? The subtle senses. Your body is still stationary. This is conscious at its best, okay? You'll actually leave your body spiritually, mentally, your brain and your thought conscious, the dream state When you wake up, you remember everything that you dream. Sometimes the dreams is just as if it was so real because you remember it because you was involved. You was pretty much in control of it. Some dreams you can't remember what you think about at all. But the body goes to rest and the mind does its own thing. The more you meditate, the more you get better at thinking, right? The better you will be able to sleep. And a lot of people, I ain't had a nightmare in years. So a little different mental concept that really works. All right, moving on. Let me get this out the way. I can get to the next level. Now we deal with what they call the Ta. T-A. Ta. That's the physical plane. That's where we are, third dimension, when we in the physical body. This when the spirit is nailed to the cross. Why? It's in a physical body. Christ comes into matter, the yin and the yang. It's another lesson, but let's go. The plane, the physical plane, aka Earth, reality, day-to-day life experience. We are spiritual beings. Once we come into the body, we are born into the world of human experiences. Come on now. Now, this is the most dense plane of all creation. This is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. Yeah, this plane, the spirit have to come here to get to the next level. That's the ticket. They understood that. They perceived that. They did it. Why? Because they had understanding and they had proof that, yeah, it's something else. Watch this. Now, we're spiritual beings. This level being is having a human experience. The physical existence with your physical senses. You smell, you see, you hear, you touch, and you taste. That's the top earth plane level. And that's the level that spirit comes here. It had to become what? Enlightened to go to the next level. It don't control you. God gave us consciousness so man can realize who he is. That's the case of knowing thyself. I'm done with my section. I'm going to the book now. I got to do a little reading. I see I got a little more time, so I'm going to take a little bit of time, but I'm going to one page, maybe a page and a half of reading. Hope you get the lesson. Let's go. This is called More Detailed Description of what? The Anoian Theurgy, Tree of Life, Cosmic O lithograph. I hate that word. All right. Firstly, you should begin to notice what? That a chromatic iconograph is very very balanced, very structured, and very orderly in its depictions of male and female. Always the male and female. The Anuian cosmic monograph has a certain balance between the male divinity and the female divinity, which reflect a what? Complement. They complement each other. They need the opposites, but they go together, yin and yang. Now, this is due to what? The recognition that there must be what? Balance between the male and female elements in order to have a proper equilibrium and stability, not only in creation of the universe, but also in the promotion of life, beneficial culture, and positive spiritual evolution. Maya created balance and order. You can't have order with just one thing. You can't have balance by itself. There had to be opposites. That's what creation was based on. So you get male, female. They use that as an example. That ain't always what it is, man and female. No, it's two opposites making a whole. Wherein, watch this. Where we at? Okay. Now the balance was always reflected in what? Secular affairs of ancient Egyptian life, in government, in business, etc., wherein men and women were what? Accorded equal legal rights. When did women become not being able to vote? When they lose their rights? When they stop becoming the submerged? I don't deal with the women being submissive to man. I don't preach that concept. I don't feel that concept. I'm not male chauvinist. Excuse me. Let's talk about the tree of life, teaching of the Anuian theurgy as depicted in what? The Anuian tree of life, the cosmic graph, cosmic owner mythograph is based on the what? Creation. Listen, the creation myth. This is a myth. It's a lesson. It's to teach you how to get an understanding of Anu and the pyramid text of Anuian theurgy. Anuian theurgy is one of the main theurgies of what? Chromatic religion. of Netherism. Netherism is the theology of what? Nether. All of Chromatic divinities are called what? Netheru, plural. They are what? Aspects of divinity of the one divine self. Nether, singular. The one divine self differentiates what? Itself out of the what? Primeval, undifferentiated matter, aka the noon, where it all started. We call it the abyss, but okay. Now it creates what? Aspects, here we go, of or forms of what? Itself, that carries out several different tasks or functions in order to sustain creation. That's why we start with the elements. These aspects manifest through what? Cosmic nature and within realms or dimensions of existence. I hope you're following this. Now, the cosmic nature are Netheru, and the realms are the Ta, the Pet, the Dua. Again, I just broke them down for you. They take it in reverse. The physical, the heavenly, and then the absolute. It takes you to the four, which is the noon, ends up at the top. Again, here we will continue to what? Discourse on discourse on the tree of life with the due-out realm starting with, and move forward through the cosmic mythograph of the tree of life. Oh, that word is killing me. Hey, here you go. Now, in the due-out, it means what? The netherworld. Again, remember that all the following divinities arise from what? The original, the non-dual self that what emerges from the homogeneous non-dual primeval ocean, aka the abyss. The most important dual divinities are what? Are the gods Tahuti, which is intellect, and the goddess Maya, which is balance, and you got Het Haru, which is the female aspect of Haru, which is the house. Tahuti represents intellect, Maya represents order and matter. Disorder is not necessary or a bad thing. It just means that it does not have a particular form. Again, chaos. This is all it matters. This is all it means. You should not give it to negative connotations when we are engaging in what? Philosophical studies of the teachings. Though from an egoistic perspective, disorder or chaos can be troubling in some cases. So in our context of it refers to what? The unformed matter. That's all. Maya gives it form, and Heteru is the energy, the spiritual part, female concept, again, to match Haru, that sustains or that holds what? The form. Maya is order itself. Understand that. We need order for things to happen. Now we will look at what? The pet realm, which is the realm may be likened to the concept of pet means heavenly. That's where everybody wants to go. In the pet realm, we have what? Space, air, ether, which is who? Shu. We have Geb, which is what? Earth. We have Tafnut, which is water. Nut is the heavens. Notice that we are moving gradually from the subtlest essence to the substratum, coming down and more gross principles and elements of creation. This is what the sages have broken down creation in two. This is what creation is made up. Watch this, these principles. Now we look at the Ty realm, favorite, ending up right here. Ty means what? Earthly, worldly. In other words, physical. In the Ty realm, we have the divinities that go to compose the personality of human beings and animals. Most importantly, Asa is the eternal soul. That's the spirit, the number 6 element on the chart. Okay. Aset, which is wisdom. Number 7 represents intuition. Set is ego. Number 8. Nephat is what? Mortality. Realizing that you are born and you will die in the physical level. That's mortality. Then you got Haru. Is the king of the earth, master of the earth, aka self, know thyself, and encompassing these male and female principles are Nephotep and Ayuseti, which are the most primeval opposites. What it means, if you will, they arise out of Ra directly also, and they are the principles of what? Rest and movement, again, respectively. These are the things that creation starts with. These are the things you need to understand. The planes of life. Hope you got the lesson. I got to go. I got more for you. I'm in the books. I'm teaching. Hope you got the lesson. I'm out.